Hey, this is Abby, and maybe I'm back. I don't know. I come and I go. I share when I share. And I felt like I was going to share today, and I'm not really sure if it's going to happen because I made an attempt and words didn't come. And then I felt I'll make another attempt. And let's see if the words come. Yes, more and more it's like what my mind thinks to do or that it should do or what should be happening. Yeah, it can't make it happen. It's like really losing its power. And like the energy behind like desire and ambition, I have none. Well, desires I have, but they kind of float by. Ambition, it's like goodbye. Goals, goodbye. No, the goal that has appeared, it wasn't something that I imagined. It just was something that sprang up spontaneously from my body. Is more ease, less effort, more centered, less dispersed, more tranquility, less frenetic. My body started a process of ridding itself little by little of the compression in the tissues about a little bit over a month ago. Just spontaneously, like self-massage, myofascial release, fascial unwinding, centering, lymph drainage, shining a light on where the compression was in the body, starting to release it. I mean, it's a long, the words can't come out yet, which tells me that I'm still really in the middle of the process. But it's been fascinating, excruciating. When you go to the places that have been holding, there are holding patterns that are in the body. There are holding patterns that are in our psyche. And I see the deconditioning process like a detox process. Detox is even a word that I can't fully relate to. It's letting go. It's a letting go process and cleaning. Sure, detox in that it's cleaning, but it's a letting go of what got stuck. Things get stuck in our psyche. Things get stuck in our bodies. And it's a very parallel process. And things get imprinted in the nervous system and the fascial net and the body consciousness from life, from the way that we've lived life, and from our mind ruling our life, or thinking it's ruling our life, trying to rule the life. And it, like, in this process I've been in, it's been so blatantly obvious to me how much stuckness I had inside me, how much stuck energy that wasn't even mine just got imprinted into my structured water of my extracellular matrix. the intelligence of the fascial net that weaves together all our parts into a complete whole and is an information superhighway through the body. There's a lot of stuff that gets imprinted there that if it doesn't get let go, it influences the way the body moves, which influences the way that you're looking at life, and vice versa. I mean, it's a feedback loop between the mind and the body. This mystical marriage of personality and body mind. And as my body led me into this step by step, basically creating a very differentiated protocol for dealing with places that have been sticky and compressed and not moving very well, and not centered in the most efficient way, and this kind of thing. I mean, my body created the protocol. I watched my hands working on myself. I watched the step-by-step process of the priorities that my body has, working first. I don't feel like I'm ready completely to share it, but where the body decided the first priority was, like, let's unstick this. Okay, now that we've unstuck that, we're now dealing with being in between patterns, because the old pattern is being erased, but the new pattern, which actually is the original blueprint, is not stable in the body right now. The nervous system is like, where am I? I'm in between. I'm in the transition. And so then a lot of trigger point pain, a lot of pain, exhaustion. It's been exhausting. Yes. And then I started to become aware of how much effort I was using to do the simplest things. And still am. It hasn't completely left the system. It's leaving it bit by bit. I don't know how long this process is going to be. But it's ongoing. And it's like I have a passive body that has been thrown into activity for decades. I have a body that's meant to be in a space that's less populated, kind of shores, this kind of on the edge of things, not fully involved. And I've thrown myself into the middle of things my whole life. A body that is does not have the energetic wherewithal to initiate and make anything happen, and this mind has been trying to force it to strategize and do something and make something happen and make life go somewhere. And so I started watching, like, how much effort to sit, to stand up, to wash the dishes, to take a shower. Like, how it was like strong arming everything. And that hasn't completely left the system. I feel it's still there. It's going little by little, and my awareness grows. Like, why am I using so much effort to do this? And finding the place of ease and effortlessness as the body has been looking for center again, like the original center. And to get there, it's like, okay, gotta unstick fascia here, gotta unstick this scar here, gotta do some awareness exercises here. I don't like exercises, experiences. And in this, it's like I've seen, I put away all my like strength and mobility exercises, and it's just been like really fascial and awareness focused, and I felt myself with more strength and mobility. depending on the day, because some days I'm actually in a lot of pain because of being in the transition between old pattern and new pattern. Old pattern and original pattern. I would say it like that. Yes. Wow, I didn't actually think so many words were going to come out. But it's just such a parallel process of deconditioning. Deconditioning for me is physical. It is, I'm watching that. It's physical. Because particularly for me, deconditioning is getting rid of energies that were not ever mine, to let go of identifying with them and making that the story of my life. And in that, it's like stuff coming out of my extracellular matrix, my fascia, my nervous system. And it's a painful process, the same way that letting go of the things, disidentifying with them, has been super painful. Finding myself very alone. It's, for me, a beautiful, beautiful, magical process. This whole thing is so beautiful and magical. And scary and challenging and exhausting and choiceless. I feel like, and from talking to a couple of people who have a strategic, focused brain mind, and I have a receptive, passive brain mind. Like for someone like me, I feel like it's becomes so obvious that you don't do anything, that things just happen, that life happens, that your body moves. Everything just happens. It just happens. You don't make anything happen. It happens. And I spend so much mental energy, which becomes emotional energy, which becomes pushing in the body, effortfulness, which leads, sucking in air instead of just letting air come in, using a lot of muscular strength to do what the bones just do. And it's a lot of wasted effort because life happens. It just happens. I just remembered we're in the cross of tension this week. The cross of tension with the sun in the gate of control. What an illusion. Control. Control of what? Yeah, that can bring a lot of tension. When the mind thinks it's in control. The mind really makes up so many stories and trying to figure everything out. And how does this deconditioning work? How does strategy and authority work? And it just happens if you're lucky. I don't know how else to say it. It's like, I'm lucky. It's I have no choice. What is happening in my life is happening. I am not doing anything. Well, it seems like those are the only words that are available at the moment. Maybe a more coherent way of sharing will come later, or not.